Line. Brought to you by Kellogg's, the folks who give you the widest choice of cereals in the whole wide world. All the great grains in the forms you like best. Yours from Kellogg's of Battle Creek. Now let's all play What's My Line?
Are you in any phase of the entertainment business?
Yes.
Have you also appeared in television before tonight?
Yes.
And I suppose you also have been on the radio.
I beg your pardon, Miss Kilgallen?
Has he also been on the radio, I wanted to know?
I'm awfully sorry, Dorothy, that we didn't get the question.
I wanted to know if he'd ever been on the radio.
Yes, sure.
Would you call yourself an actor?
Yes, sure.
Have you ever played a leading man?
Yes.
Are you under 48?
Yes.
Get rid of this. It's making me nervous.
Oh, Mr. Sir.
I want to make sure, Dorothy, of the sex of this person. I'm not convinced that this is a man. I'm going to take...
Go ahead. This could be anything.
Are you being... I'll dispose of this very quickly. Are you, by any chance, a female?
Yes.
Right. May I take a stab at this, John? Are you Rosalind Russell? Your husband a singer?
A singer, not Dorothy, that 48.
But, darling, I didn't have you in mind.
Well, there was a great burst of applause when you walked in. May I assume that your picture has appeared several times in the newspapers?
That's,
What's that?
It's Dr. Knock.
I think he's ordering beer. Explain, Bennett, that we are very fearful that if you were to hear the voices of our guest, or the voice of our guest, or the various accents of our guest immediately, you would learn too much, so that the answers will come to you by knocks for a little while. 2 knocks means yes, 1 knock means no. You just got a yes.
Well, this is going to be very revealing, isn't it? Are you associated in any way with the entertainment field? I can't tell from that whether that's a male knock or a female knock. I'll have to take a guess. Is that a male knock? No.
That's 1 down. 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Truman.
It's not a male, anyway.
Are you in the movies? Yeah. Are you in a picture that is currently on Broadway? Wait a minute, I didn't...
That 3 knocks means we're not sure, but it could be.
Oh, we're going to have a code tonight.
That's 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Allen.
I tell you what I've been wondering. Are you an actor? I mean, an actress. What am I saying?
That's 4.
Either that or there's an awful echo in here. I don't... Are there 2 people over there besides John, I mean?
Oh, no. Oh.
Glad to hear that. I thought maybe it was trigger stamping or something.
I think we've been hard enough on you long enough. I'm going to ask our guests now if they will use their voices instead of knocking and making replies.
Don't answer, George.
John? I know who it is. Don't kid me, boy. That's Dizzy and Lucy. I can... George and Gracie.
George and Gracie, that's right. I think one thing that we've got, was it, Bennett was the one that gave us the most fun. You said, was that a male?
Yeah.
And the answer before had been given by Gracie. So when you said, is it a male, George went, no, because we were answering the previous
that
question.
isn't fair, because you should be answering, both of you should be answering every question. So you should have said half a male, which would have put me on the wrong track altogether.
It'd have put us all off the track, probably, for a good long time. Well, I must say, George and Gracie, that we've had a lot of fun with Knox. I didn't know you could have so much fun with Knox.
Well, thank you.
And may I declare myself for the panel here, I'm sure it's true that we are to be counted always among your most loyal and, I might say, happiest viewers when you get on television.
Well, thank you. And may we say the same about your show? It's just wonderful.
Thank you very much.
We watch it every Sunday. It's 7:30 in California.
Thanks very much. It's grand to see. Would you say good night to the panel? Thank you.
Judging by all that hollering and squealing, I take it that your face is familiar to the general public. Is that correct?
That's right. I'd say my face was familiar.
I further take it that you are not now speaking in anything that remotely resembles your normal voice. Is that correct?
Something like my normal voice, yes.
Are you an actor?
It's a matter of opinion, I'd say.
Something is coming through here.
Yes.
Just a moment while I tune this in. I'm just going to take a wild guess. The voice just hit me, and if I'm wrong, it's all up to Arlene. Are you Fred Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Fred Allen, indeed, and I must say
Well, I wasn't talking through my nose. I don't know how you caught me.
Didn't you sing in the little show, Fred?
Well, you might call it singing, but I didn't.
All right, panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we depart from the usual rules, go to a new pattern. You ask one question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise. And we'll begin the general questioning with Robert Q. Lewis.
Well, from the applause, it would seem that you had just flown back from Geneva. Are you, you must be terribly well known, sir. Have you recently, would I have seen your picture in the newspapers recently?
No, I hardly think so.
Sounds like somebody from outer space. Are you a performer?
Yes, I'd say yes.
I don't know yet whether you're a man or a woman.
All right, Mr. Sir.
Oh, I know. Thank you for letting me work tonight. I'm sure, I don't know, I'm sure it's...
I had my voice under glass.
You can't mistake that, boy.
Wonderful. Isn't it wonderful to have him back?
We were all worried about how you were feeling. It's wonderful to see
I'm
you.
not all back. I'm,
What were you doing? How do you say that? What were you doing?
You look through your glasses. I talk through my glasses.
I would tell you that our guest's voice is, I think, so well known that I'm going to answer the first few questions, perhaps the first round's questions. But let's get right on to cases and begin the general questioning with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Are you accustomed to facing crowds?
Yes.
What a clue.
That's you, John.
That's me. You mean it was not recognizable, Bennett?
That was adorable.
Well, are we to gather that this person's voice is even more famous than that of, say, a famous motion picture star?
Yes. Well, you know, all things are relative in this relative world of ours. I would say that our guest's voice is most famous, and we would leave the comparative to the decision of that individual who chose to pose the question.
Thank you, John. That cleared everything up nicely.
He appears on television, but not too frequently. Is that it?
That's about it.
We're both in the same boat then. So is he in the? Does he operate in the political arena in any
Does
way?
he operate in the political arena? I would say that you get a no there because it's not a he. That makes it 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Oh, are you intimating then that it is a lady that sometimes operates in a political arena?
I'm not meaning to intimate anything. If you would like to ask that specific question, we'd be glad to entertain it.
Have you now or have you ever been associated with politics?
Have you now?
Are you now or have you ever been associated with politics?
I would think that the answer to that would have to be yes,
Thank you.
since you used associated.
Oh.
But that is also to advise you that in one way or another, almost every good citizen of this country is associated with politics.
We will now say I pledge allegiance in uniform.
Is our guest ever found in the vicinity of Hyde Park, New York?
Is our guest ever found in the vicinity of Hyde Park, New York?
And almost every other vicinity you can think of.
Not often.
No? Is it Mrs. Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
Mrs. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Well, tonight, I think everybody knows, begins the 8th annual observance of United Nations Week. It needs no one, least of all me, to tell the great part that our guest has played in the development of the United Nations. And we're very pleased and proud, Mrs. Roosevelt, to have you as our guest. I think perhaps, too, that you could describe better than anyone just what the purpose of United Nations Week is.
Well, United Nations Week, of course, is, I think, rather an American undertaking. The American Association for the United Nations started United Nations Week as preparation for United Nations Day, which is an international day. Practically as many countries as are members try to commemorate United Nations Day. But we in this country try to prepare during the week beforehand so as to spread more information and understanding about what the day really means.
And that is the week that we're beginning tonight.
That is the week we're beginning tonight.
Well, I think to get that week off to a good start, you're the best spokesman that anyone could possibly hope to have. And
Hear, hear.
more than that, this is
This is a banner day for What's My Line. We will always remember very fondly that you honored us by being our mystery guest, and I'm sure that the panel would love very much to shake your hand.
Thank
Say
you
good night.
very
Thank
much.
you, Mrs. Rosen.
Are you in the entertainment business? Would you be considered a comedian? Would you consider yourself a leading man?
I would say that our guest is handsome enough to be a leading man and young enough to be a leading man and is very probably considered a leading.
But he doesn't consider himself a leading man?
I think probably he also considers himself a leading man.
Do you do anything besides act? I mean by that, do you play a musical instrument or sing?
Do you play an instrument?
Oh! I bet you thought I knew what I was talking about.
See, does your wife ever work with you when you work? That's too bad. Is your hair... Are you having a little trouble with your hair?
Well, if you work with your wife and you play a stringed instrument and you have hair, even if it isn't all your own, are you Jack Benny?
Jack Benny!
If I would have only asked if he was 39.
No. Could I ask just one question?
Why, sure.
Do I get paid for tonight?
I was as interested as Bennett in the audience reaction. There was a lot of whistling and screaming and punching of ushers and that sort of thing. Are you would you call yourself well, not you maybe, but would anyone call you a glamorous figure?
Would you like to read? We have a little problem here. Our guest is certainly glamorous in the connotation of great reputation. But can I have a small conference, please? I would say then glamorous in terms of great reputation, but not glamorous necessarily in the more modern application of that word.
John?
By which I meant to say he wasn't a pretty boy, and I'll defend that statement in any open court.
Never mind all that. Who just did what to who here?
Well, we're not sure here yet.
All
Miss Meadows.
I just got a kiss, darling, from this unglamorous comedian. Would this comedian be a romantic figure? Or was that kiss misleading?
I'd like to ask a rather personal question. Do Misha Elman and Yasha Heifetz scream with horror at mere mention of your name?
Oh, shut up.
I must say,
Is romantic.
Hey, you made the whole book, then. You're romantic.
That was as nice a kiss as you've gotten in a long time. Steve, I want to know one thing. How can this show afford me? Or do we all get the same money?
Wonderful to see you, big sir. Always.
Well, let's see. Are you in show business?
Yes?
Are you having tooth trouble? Oh, I withdraw that plate. Have you ever been in motion pictures?
Yeah.
Might you be described, perhaps John would have to answer this, as a leading lady?
Well, I don't know. Do you use a little no?
Come on.
What's a little no, sir? Sometimes, yes.
What our guest is meant to say is yes.
Have you ever appeared in a Technicolor picture?
Oh, yes.
You ever work on TV?
Oh, what I was telling you about over there. No.
Are you here to publicize a picture?
Sometimes, indirectly, was sometime before there. I was not here this time. About last. No.
I thought it was a European picture there for a minute. That was no.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Sir.
You are a lady. We have established that. Would you be correctly deemed a star?
No. No. Io se lo te lo vostro attenzione. No. È vero. Sì, no.
No, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
But
Yes?
it says yes, I guess so, yes.
Have you ever played any dramatic roles in motion pictures?
Oh, yes. Well, no,
I gotta have a conference. I've been waiting for this for minutes.
Oh, I like those conferences. Thank you, darling.
You like them? Oh.
Well, I would say,
Yeah.
half and half, huh?
Half and half. All right.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Oui.
These pictures showed a very beautiful girl smooching around with Eddie Fisher. Have you posed at all for any pictures with Eddie Fisher?
Well, I mean, there's a... What, you mean smooching?
Well, it's an old Oklahoma word. My wife uses it. It means cuddling up a little bit.
Oh, that what it means?
No.
I like it.
I'm just curious, perhaps it's being a reporter for so long, but I saw Eddie the other night after he'd taken Debbie home, and he was looking very starry-eyed, and I can't believe that she's come here without him. Is he here?
He should be in Palisades Park.
That's a very good thought.
I want to play my biggest scene right now. Miss Reynolds, I'd like you to meet Mr. Fisher. All right, panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we get right down to the general questioning, and let's begin the general questioning with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Do you do something in addition to acting?
What is your particular reference there, Miss Dorothy?
Miss Kilgallen, I'll have to ask you to repeat the question.
Have you ever been in motion pictures?
I beg your pardon?
Have you ever been in motion pictures?
One.
And is it true that you have never been on what we call the legitimate stage in New York?
That's correct.
That's true. And one picture.
Much of a career, doesn't it?
Somebody getting started.
I think you're that New Rochelle kid, Al Carney.
Al Carney. Point of order.
Art Carney.
Have you also worked prominently in the theater? I didn't hear anything. Have we had an answer, John?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Gable.
Have you got a regular television show?
Yes.
Yeah, now, I think here, with your permission, regularity, particularly...
Have you ever been honored by the Poor Richard Club in Philadelphia?
No.
Fuck. 5 down and 5 to
Do you also sing?
Badly.
Have you ever done an imitation of the fellow you're sitting right next to at this moment? Art Carney, eh?
Yeah.
Art Carney, You just did John the other night, didn't you?
Oh,
That's right.
this, you
That's
know,
right.
I had to work last Friday night, unhappily, and I missed it, but if you need any barometer of the affection and respect for you in the general public, you should have been with me Saturday. Everywhere I went on Saturday, they said, did you see what Art Carney did with you on last night? And they just thought it was great. You know, it was hilarious. They took all of us off. It was a wonderful, wonderful show. Wonderful show.
It was enjoyable doing it, and
Do it.
Oh, yeah,
Can
do
you
it.
do the
Do
thing
it.
where I understand
Do
you
John
get the
Davis.
circumlocution thing and
Oh, no. Oh, you mean, I was going to say, you mean, you?
Yeah.
I have a little laryngitis, but when Dorothy asked me about Broadway, Broadway conjures also a conglomeration of structures offering entertainments of various varieties in the more popular forms of artistic endeavor. Therefore, I believe the fairest and most correct answer to you would be...
Is it one of the biggest comedy hits that's come to New York in the last 10 years?
Well,
Yes.
you might say.
Oh, yeah.
And are you a gentleman who used to work once with a rather stout man named Jackie Gleason?
How do you beat this man?
You don't beat him. I don't know. This is terrible. All right.
Art Carney.
Art Carney is right.
Earlier this evening on this network, on the Ed Sullivan Show, Miss Debbie Reynolds and Mr. Kirk Douglas, the husband of the lovely lady next to me, were stars. And just to be sure you're not playing any tricks on us, are you either of those people?
I'm not either one of those people.
Are you, however, a motion picture performer?
I beg your pardon?
What?
Am I a motion picture performer?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Mr. Allen? Are you a man?
Sometimes.
Well, if you're not better known for the work in the movies or the theater, might you be best known for television?
I have worked mostly in television. Sometimes I make kitty records and animal imitations and things.
What was that, John? I didn't hear what...
Sometimes I make kitty records and do animal interpretations.
I do impersonations. I do Marlon Perkins and people like that.
Miss Francis?
I just want him to keep on talking.
I think something's beginning to penetrate.
That's your Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah.
You have no trouble saying who it's not. That's easy. It's not Juan Perón. It's not Fauci.
When you were on a regular series, was it co-starring with Mr. Jackie Gleason?
Oh, dear, wise guy.
Art Carney.
Art was absolutely remarkable because we used to recreate the events of the past few weeks, and in 1/2 hour, this of course was in radio, in the good old radio days, he would do Winston Churchill, Franklin Roosevelt, Everett Dirksen,
James Polk.
McKinley. But he's absolutely wonderful. He's the greatest Churchill I've ever heard.
Do it for us again, Art.
Wow. We're running overtime.
I don't think the greatest Churchill. I think you do.
Roosevelt.
Do President Roosevelt.
All right. This won't take long. He's holding up his hand. My friends, many years ago, we were floundering in an effort to keep our heads above water. Today, we are still floundering. But at least we have learned how to breathe underwater.
All right, panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we go to a different form of questioning. You ask one question in turn, at a time, moving clockwise.
Are you a comedian? I can't hear it.
Well, he doesn't feel he is, but I would have to state... No?
We're getting nowhere.
But he is. He is a comedian.
He is a comedian. Is he a comedian on television?
Mm-mm. I think it is fair to say that he is not a comedian on television. That's one down and 9 to go, Mr. Reynolds.
Have you ever been accused of looking like me?
Mm-mm. That's a no. Miss Kilgallen?
Not Jack Lemmon.
Have you ever played Hamlet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mr. Sir?
Have played Hamlet? Have you got brothers who are well-known on the stage as well as you? What are you slapping the table about?
We will have...
He hasn't talked yet. I figured it might be Harpo Marx.
I couldn't hear what the answer was.
I haven't heard him yet.
Bennett hasn't asked his question yet.
But I didn't hear the answer to Hamlet.
Yes, he's played
Oh, well, is it Maurice Evans?
Well, no, wait a minute. You're not your turn yet, but you
Oh,
just
I'm
lost one.
Is it Maurice Evans?
No, that's 2 no's. That makes it 3 down. That's 7 down and 1 to go. I mean, 8 to 6, and it's Mr. Randall.
I don't know where anybody... Are you a man?
Yes.
Maybe he's not that kind of a knight. Maybe he's a knight like...
Knight of Columbus.
Or a knight of the Round Table. Are you...
No.
No. I think you're cheating. Are you a cheating knight?
Yes. Yes.
Lost. You are a cheating knight?
Mm-hmm.
That's the best kind.
I can't allow that answer to stand on the record. I'm going to throw the towel in for you.
No, I just want to say this one thing. I've been promising to do this to Bennett Cerf ever since this program started. I swore to him. The most dishonest mystery guest we've ever had. I know that, and you were the most confused panel
But
I've
it's
ever
easy
seen,
to win
too.
if you lie.
This was really wonderful. I told Bennett a long time ago that if I ever came on this program, I would only do it under one condition, that I would be able to lie my head off. Do you remember that? I walked in and Phyllis said, I'm going to tell him. How are you all?
I must say this, if I may, Danny, before you go. We're very pleased about this because we all are very fond of Danny. We think, as I know you all do, that he's one of the great, great talents in the theater. And we are singularly pleased because this is the first time he's ever been on a live television program, and we think you did us a great, great favor, sir.
Well,
in doing
thank
it.
you, John.
Thanks,
I'm delighted.
Thanks very much. Will you go say good night to those fellows? Because we got a special program coming up I got to get off for. Will do. I'll take care of it. We'll be back after this word from our alternate sponsor.
Are you primarily a motion picture star?
Nope. 1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Burke.
Are you, on the other hand, a famous comedian on the stage?
Are you appearing at the present time in either a club or a theater in New York?
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Hunter.
Have you ever been a member of this panel?
I didn't
What
get
happened?
the didn't get the answer.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You have been a member of this panel?
Wait, let me have his smoke gun. Dorothy, your question is, have you ever been a member of this panel, right?
That's right.
And the answer is no. 5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Sir.
And our guest is not in the theater. He's not appearing in a nightclub, and he's not known for his work in pictures. What is he doing here? I have a request to John.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm tired of playing it on the Victrola, on the hi-fi. Sing me Hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly. This is Louis. Mighty glad to be where you belong.
Right.
Dolly, you still growing, you still growing. Oh, baby, this bloom. And the band's playing our old favorite tunes from way back when. So, golly gee, fellas, little faith in me, fellas. Golly, never go away. Never, never go away. Darling, never go away again.
Louis Armstrong, one of those remarkable human beings who brings life and color and joy to every assemblage that he joins. Thank you so much.
Are you in the field of entertainment or the arts?
Yes.
Mr. Cerf?
Are you at present starring in a show on Broadway? Yes.
Oh, boy. You're a doll. Are you a red-headed wildcat?
Are you in the world of entertainment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Gable?
I
Are
didn't
you...
say yeah, I said yeah.
What?
Are you mostly in television?
Mostly, yeah.
Mr. Hackett?
Are you a male?
Mostly no.
Are you a dazzling redhead?
No.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
It's Lucy Bull.
Yes.
Male? Are you female?
Certainly.
I know a fellow that can straighten that out.
Yeah, you known for your work in motion pictures.
Yes.
Mr. Cerf?
Are you sober?
But now I must say...
That first sound.
Yes. That's my witch's voice.
Are you in the world of entertainment?
Grab it.
What'd you say? What did it say?
I asked the same question, Miss Dorothy. That was Martian talk. It means yes.
Are you in what might be termed show business rather than the athletic world?
Reynolds and Skyboy.
That's yes, too.
That means yes.
Have you ever been on television?
Gleason and Treaty Sack.
That means indubitably.
Well, do you sing?
Are you a man?
Cosmetic on sign boy, CD.
That means no. 2 now to 8 to go.
Do you have your own show on television?
Langendorf and Geisy.
I take it there are 3, huh? Have you been in, well, certainly the top 10 or 15 in television shows?
En gij Augenblick zum beim Siegerfilm Geist. And Flug and Die. I forgot Flug and Die.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Miss Carr, do you know who this is?
Well, I think it must be.
Who do you think it is?
Must be Lucy.
It certainly is. It's Lucy.
Lucy Ball.